Hi, this is Charles with a quick and dirty review of Leaping Lemmings, which just came out today from GMT Games. It is a great board game. It has a very warlike feel to it, and it has this superficial, friendly, fun interface on top of it. And it's all about getting the lemmings across the field, and everybody takes turn being the eagle and taking the other lemmings players off. You gather pellets, you get special powers, and the cards as you play help you dictate the movement, and then you also get cards in your hand which you can use to change the game up. It's a very fun game. I've only played one game of it so far, and the only thing I don't like is that the AI, when it does something, it pulls the card up on the screen real quick and then goes away, and sometimes it's hard to tell what just happened unless you're paying attention. So to play a player, you just pick which color you want to be, and you click on human, and then the other players, you can click on the color, and then you can change it from easy or to hard. We'll do 2 hard and 1 easy. So you can play as many players as you want. You click on Start Game. The instructions, there's a nice tutorial in the beginning, but the very first thing that happens in the game is that the eagle moves. Now the eagle goes into a feasting mode, which means he's down on the ground and then up in the air. Costs 1 movement point to get up into the air, but when you roll the dice, you get movement point that are dictated on the dice. If you get a P, it basically means you pass. And in this situation, the flying eagle can move 1 section over here and pick up any lemming that he wants to in that area. Any other lemmings in that area have to scatter and move back. So we will just move here for now, here for now. Really didn't do us any good because there's no lemmings on the board. So now we draw a card to dictate the movement for the lemmings. And then you'll see my lemming has popped up here with the available action for me. And I just move up 1 space. Now, probably would have been better off to move in to the brush there to protect me from the eagle. So other players are stacking on top of me right now, and that prevents me from being able to move. Now, and you notice all 4 players on there, none of the 3 underneath can move until that blue player moves off or the eagle comes by. So you see that Clan Viking card was used, and if you didn't pay attention to what it was, it's gone. It's very difficult to get back to that. But so far, that doesn't bother me as much as you'd think. One other thing I'd like to see in the game is that as the opponent's lemmings move across the field, if you could, kind of animate that a little bit. Something just real quick to dictate. So, looks like our 1 lemming is locked. All right, we've got a 3 movement here, so we're going to go ahead and move up into the bush. Now, we could move up to there, but in the bush is protected from the eagle. So we have a 4 movement card, which is nice. And we're going to go on top of this guy here in the bush to keep him from moving. Okay, so my guy's here. We've got a movement of 4. Now I can take a look at my cards here. You'd also see if I had any pellets to use. And I can click on each one of these and it'll show you my special powers. So my mistaken identity, swap one of your lemmings in the eagle chow box. Nobody's in the chow box right now. Pull my paw, choose a lemming to remain in the hex, scatter all other lemmings that are in the same hex as the chosen lemming. And boo, move 1 lemming 2 movement points forward. If forced over the cliff, they get 1 point. So I'm not going to use any of this right now. 4 is a good movement. And we're going to go up to here. Let's go ahead and get some chow here. So we got a pellet. We'll get a pellet if we move him off of that. And the good thing is we get to be the eagle this time. So we definitely don't want to move onto our own area here or get in an area where we want to block ourselves, but we really don't have any choice at the moment, so we'll just go here for that guy. And this guy will go here, and you'll notice, oh, there's no lemmings there. Drawing the next movement card, 3. So I can't quite get into the bush because it costs 1 extra movement point. But since I'm in the open, I'm going to go ahead and grab some chow here. And I got that chow that I moved off of. Other players are going now. And hopefully I'll get the jump off the cliff here in a second so you can see how the VP points work. And up top here, you'll notice as different things are happening in the game, and if you're not sure what to do, there's nice tips and tricks up there. Getting close. Alright, so the object of the game is to get here and use the movement points to jump off the cliff. I could go all the way up to here and gain an extra VP if I make it off the cliff for next turn, or I could have gone for that pellet and basically lost a VP. Okay, so this is good because we've got a 5 movement, and I can select my guy here and jump off the cliff and get 5 movement points. And even if I got bad luck and got a 1 or 2 movement card or something like that, I have a special card here. Everybody has this card called It's a 5, and it turns any movement card into a 5, and I could use that for 5 movement points. C3. There must be some kind of cost deduction involved as far as getting off the points. I'm not sure why I'm not getting more VP. But the further you can jump, the further you can go. The further more VPs that you get. And so that's pretty much a rundown of the game. It's fun, it's light, it's got a nice cartoony type feel to it. You'll see I have 9 units left to get on the board and get off to jump off the cliff. And then the higher VP you score, highest VP scores and wins the game. The eagle mechanic is fun because each player takes turn being that, and it's good for your timing to when you're wanting to jump off the cliff, pay attention to when you're going to be the eagle player, and pay attention to where you move it. You want to move it away from your guys because if you're moving through here and the eagle's there, you can't go into this zone of control, essentially. To go there, you'd have to go around. So, very fun game, and I hope you get a chance to buy it. It's like $2.99, which is great. I got the board game version for about $20, and it's a really good game. So enjoy. Hope to see you online. Hopefully they'll get a multiplayer version soon, and take care.